You're watching CTV News Channel. I'm Roger Peterson. Thank you very much for joining us. King Charles and Queen Camilla are in Australia for the first visit by a reigning British monarch in more than a decade. Sydney's iconic Opera House was illuminated with a photo tribute in honor of their arrival. The royal couple will spend 6 days in Australia. Their first public event is set for Sunday. This is the King's first major foreign trip since being diagnosed with cancer in February. Now let's bring in Afua Hogan, our CTV royal commentator. Afua, thank you as always for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
This is an interesting trip for the King and Queen. They're not exactly being welcomed with entirely open arms.
It is an interesting trip, as you said there. This is the first major overseas trip for King Charles since his cancer diagnosis, the first to a Commonwealth realm of his reign of monarchy. And this is a country, I think, Australia, that is at a crossroads. There seems to be a lot of apathy, actually, when it comes to this visit. Now, it is a truncated visit. It's shorter than it usually would be for a royal tour because of King Charles's cancer diagnosis. He is traveling with a doctor, he is traveling with his own blood supplies, but there's less engagements, if you like, than there would be usually. So less of a chance to get out there, less of a chance to make an impression, so to speak. And Australia at the moment is a country where about a third of people who were polled said that perhaps they wanted the country to become a republic as soon as possible. About another third, 35%, said they wanted Australia to remain a constitutional monarchy for the long term. And about 12% of people said that they wanted to kick the Republican can down the road, so to speak, saying that the country should only become a republic once the reign of King Charles is over. So basically, once King Charles has passed on. And so at the moment, yes, he is being well received and he will be well received wherever he goes. But Australia certainly is a country that's having a conversation and will be having conversations about whether they want to head towards becoming a republic. Now, Anthony Albanese, the Prime Minister, is someone who has always been very keen on that. But it doesn't look like a referendum on that will be slated for any time in the future. It's kind of been put on the back burner at the moment.
And is that part of the reason that this is the first trip for the King since
Yes,
his diagnosis,
so.
or was this on the schedule already?
There was always wishes to go to a Commonwealth realm, whether that was Canada, whether that was Australia or somewhere else. And I think, yes, absolutely, King Charles wants to make an impression on Australia. Now, this is his 17th visit. The Queen went 16 times to the country. They've always had fond memories and been well received in Australia. And I think they want to make Australia feel that they are important to the Commonwealth realms, that it's an important country, and they want to keep those 15 countries of the Commonwealth realms together. So I think it was important that this country was visited by the King and Queen.
And you mentioned that he's traveling with a doctor and he has his own blood supplies. How is he doing overall with the cancer diagnosis?
Well, his cancer treatment is also being paused for this period of travel, which is around 11 days. And that's a really good sign that he's able to pause that treatment, that he doesn't need it and will be fine without it in this time. Now, he always travels with a doctor, so I don't think that is too notable. But I do think it is a very good sign that he's able to make this trip in the first place, first of all, and second of all, that he can pause his treatment to do that.
All right, that is good to hear. Afua, thank you as always for your insight and analysis. Appreciate it. Afua Hogan is the CTV royal commentator.